Hi, welcome to the Savvy Supermarket Shopping Spree. I'm Becca T-Bond. You can find the whole program information at beccatbond.com. But we're here to talk with one of my new clients, Nancy Matthews. We're going to go through her whole house, pick out things that are not so good, find things that are going great in there, and then we'll take her to the supermarket and find some really great foods that will work with her blood type and make it easier for her to eat healthy. Do I look like a bag lady or what? She just moved into this house, so I brought her a couple of little fun things. I always travel with my own green bags because I hate plastic. I love how in Europe they charge you for plastic bags. And I made her a little treat just to show her something fun and easy that she can keep in her refrigerator and have as a fast go-to food. So let's go on inside and say hi to Nancy.
Now go get it.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome to my new home.
Oh my gosh, it looks awesome. I brought you a little present.
Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you.
Something I hope you like.
Awesome.
I love the sign that you have out here. On this earthly journey, may we follow heavenly footsteps.
Isn't that beautiful? Actually, the previous owner left it for me. It was hanging up. I said, oh, I love that. Can you leave that for me?
That is
Great.
so sweet.
Come on in.
It's beautiful.
This is sweet.
Awesome.
And this is Callie.
Hi, Callie.
Oh, my baby girl.
Well, we've got a fantastic day for you planned, so let's get started. We'll look through the cabinets, we'll sit down and go through some food planning, and then we'll hit the store.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, I know. She's so old. When should I open my present?
You can open it now.
Okay.
Just something little, nothing, I know, right? Let's open it
It's
now.
awesome.
Just a little something.
So this is, oh, you can put little dressing in here and take it with you?
Yeah, it's
I
on the
love
go. So your
this.
salad doesn't get wilted because you're going to be eating more salads now,
I
right?
know. And I love it. And
Or whatever
dressing.
you want to do, whatever you want to sprinkle it on, even
This
if
is
it's
perfect.
rices or things.
This is so cool. I love it.
For
These
your
are
beautiful
awesome.
new kitchen.
And they match exactly with the rug that I just bought. How did you know?
How perfect. I asked you your colors. You didn't
Awesome.
like tell me. You should picture this beautiful kitchen that you have. This,
Yes, thank you.
You're going to have a lot of great, beautiful love sent from this kitchen.
Yeah.
So
It's great.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. Look at all these goodies in here. I so appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm excited. This is all the fresh beginning.
I know.
And working with you and being committed to the process, I'm all in.
You are an all-in person, too.
Yes.
What does Nancy say?
I don't know. What does Nancy say?
You have something about the all-in.
No, that must be somebody else. But I do believe you commit or you don't.
Okay.
You know, that's the bottom line. And when you commit, when I commit, fully commit, I'll get it done.
And so now is,
Fully committed, get it done.
you know, you've had a lot on your plate, so
I have.
we've kind of played with this a little bit. You've made a couple of little changes,
Yeah.
but now we're ready to really, and you even said it to me when we got started. You've got a lot going on for the next 45 days.
Correct.
So we're here.
We're here.
And
I
this
moved.
is
It's all fresh.
the supermarket's, the Savvy Supermarket Shopping Spree is a really easy integral part. And what I found is, and as easy as you are now ready to say you're committed, as you feel it's so easy to say it, this is going to make it so much easier because it actually shows you where to shop in the supermarket. We come back, we show you what to do with these foods. And the preparation, as you know in all business, is the same thing. If you prepare your own food and your own decisions on how you're going to be eating and you have things organized, it just makes it a snap.
Which I'm finding is I have habits on things that I make that I'm just used to making, so I can do it systematized.
Right.
And new foods, new recipes, I just don't have them yet. So I'm excited about you showing me simple ways to prepare ahead so that I can stay on my plan.
And speaking of that, do you have a rice cooker by any slight chance?
I do.
You do. You know what I use? I'm glad you do. I use my rice cooker for everything. I make a quinoa on my Sundays, even though,
Which I love quinoa.
yeah, so I make this quinoa. It's an organic quinoa. And I just make it very simple. So I make everything very plain and then I add things to it because I love vegetables in there, or I love scallops or shrimp or salmon or chicken. But I make everything very plain and then I zest it up when I utilize it.
And
So
you cook quinoa in the rice cooker?
I do.
I had no idea how to cook it.
It's as simple as you do it on the pan, except that you don't have to even
Well,
watch
I've never
it.
cooked it ever.
Oh, you've never cooked?
I'm really a beginner here.
So we're gonna eliminate rice.
Okay.
Because that sticks to your villi and helps and impedes the absorption. This is a grain. It's a protein. It's healthier to digest and will fill you. Throw it on everything inside salads, in your eggs.
I love the taste of it. Like when I go to Publix and they have it pre-made, I'll buy it. Or I go to the kosher deli and I buy it there.
Okay.
So
I
excited.
made this one with some bouillon, some organic chicken bouillon. It's
Okay.
actually not chicken. It's supposed to taste like chicken. So it's a vegetarian chicken bouillon
Love it.
that we're going to pick up for you too. And so it has
Okay.
a really nice flavor unto itself.
Awesome.
So this is also for you.
Oh, so just put it in the fridge.
Just go ahead and put it in the fridge.
All right.
And I know that I already gave you the your lunchbox with your plastics.
Yeah, should I get that out?
If you'd like to, I was just thinking that might be something we can share with everybody. You can,
Okay. I have it right here, all ready to go. Actually,
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
And you're gonna love this. Everything is inside of it that's supposed to be.
How organized is Nancy? I love it, Nancy. That's perfect.
Good.
Okay, so I really like to have a bottle of aluminum so that it is, it doesn't have any of the carcinogenics. I like to have plastics that are BPA free, and so there's even more that we can do in here. There's, you want to make sure you have an ice block. You want to be able to have smaller containers so that you can have your ready to go snacks. You might want to put some nuts in this one, maybe some fresh berries in this one, maybe a quinoa or a little bit of salad in this. So you have your to go, and then, as well as put in some fresh fruit or some carrot slices or celery slices or tabbouleh or any kind of dip.
Now we know where that sound was coming from.
So I like to also go into people's kitchens, under their counters, in the laundry room, and into their bathrooms, because I found that while we're detoxing our bodies from bad foods and working out, a lot of times we're not considering all the other toxins that are in our household cleaning products and personal care products and our laundry soaps. So when I go in, I like to make sure I take out ammonias and chlorines and other toxins like Agent Orange that is found in different products. And so I come in and I love a product named Melaleuca. And the Melaleuca products come heavily concentrated so you're not paying for the water, and they're less expensive. There's lots of products that you can buy in the stores that are also green and don't have the toxins. And I'd be happy to go over those lists with you. So contact me for that. Going into the laundry room is another very important aspect. There's a lot of things that are in our laundry rooms that cause reactions on our skins. I don't know if you ever feel like you're itchy or you get red blotches. If you have psoriasis or eczema, one of the first things I'd have you do is change out your laundry soaps. There's products that are on the market, without naming them, maybe you can just guess what this might be, but there's things in this that actually break down your clothes through chemicals, and those chemicals stay on your clothes even through the laundry and the washing process. If you notice that you have like a lint bag of leftover after you do your dryer vent and you have to constantly be cleaning that out, that's your clothes being broken down. The products from Melaleuca do not break it down, and furthermore, they're not harsh to yourself or to the environment, and they're phosphate free. So I really like that about those products. All right, so Nancy, we're going to sit down and go over your
Awesome.
menu for your blood type, because that's what I like to start with. I also want to give you a couple of samples of pH test strips. And so you're going to
What
just
do I
let
do?
me
Lick
know.
them? No.
Yeah, they're not saliva. It's not saliva based. There are some that are saliva based,
Okay.
but you're going to urinate on them.
Okay.
Don't touch the yellow area. Let your urine touch the yellow area, and then you're going to send me for the first 7 days just what color it is. So you're going to either indicate that it looks yellow, which is very acidy, and we definitely don't want that. That's a problem. And then as we go into our pH chart, it gets into more of like a turquoise. So you're going to be able to describe to me if it looks like a lime green, an apple green, Okay.
Forest green.
Of course.
Okay.
So you're going to go into that.
All right.
So you just decide on that. And
Okay.
actually, if you have a scanner, I can scan this to you and send it to you, so you can actually color
Perfect.
code it. So I'll
Okay,
scan
perfect.
that for you.
All right. And then I'll stick this in a baggie so I don't touch the yellow.
Yeah. The yellow goes on the yellow.
That makes sense. Somebody was clever when they thought of this.
There are some that are saliva based. Let's have a seat,
Okay.
and we'll draw up a shopping list of things that you like. So based on your O blood type, we're going to look at specific things that are pertinent to your body and your energy and your foods. And so it's saying that you thrive on lean meats and vegetables. We want to make sure that we eat smaller, moderate portions and avoid your breads, your carbohydrates, refined sugars, and dairy and grains. And I've got some great suggestions as far as taking out the dairy. I know a lot of us have that cheese craving. We like to sprinkle
Yeah.
Parmesan cheese
We do.
and things on stuff. And I'm going to show you how you can make your own cheese out of walnuts.
Really?
Yes.
Cheese from walnuts.
And,
I love
melts.
walnuts.
And it melts.
Okay, good.
It's absolutely delicious and
Yeah,
tastes like
cheese
no
is
time at all.
cheese is really the only dairy that I like except ice cream.
Right, that ice cream.
I'm gonna
So
reduce the ice cream, eliminate the ice cream.
eliminate. I like the elimination. I think that what we want to do is really challenge your body for 6 weeks. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it 1 week at a time and see how you feel and see
Okay.
what the results look like on you. And see when you see that happening, then the next week you're going to repeat that, right? And so we'll be able to change out some foods because there's tons of foods that are great for you. So what I'd like you to do is kind of look at this right now and as an example, bluefish, cod, halibut. Which of these do you really like?
I really like swordfish, yellowtail.
Okay.
Isn't that funny? Chicken's not on there, is it?
No. Chicken is going to be in this area. So it's telling you to eat it moderately.
And beef is on there, and I rarely eat beef. Like every now and then, like maybe once every other month or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Buffalo is a really lean meat. And it's easy to digest.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's delicious.
Yeah?
And you can get it at Publix. You can
All right.
get ground buffalo at Publix. I make hamburgers out of it. It's absolutely delicious.
Actually, I was away somewhere recently, and I had buffalo meatloaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tasty. It's a leaner, it's easier to digest.
All right.
Okay, so on here it's also sharing with you that this area, your chickens, your Cornish hens, your ducks, here's your tuna that you were asking
Oh,
about.
there you go.
It's in the moderate.
So
it's
one or two times a week.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Okay. Your sea basses, your sea trouts, scallops.
I like scallops. I love lobster, tuna, turkey.
Okay.
I love turkey.
Okay. And turkey, for you, we would add that back in after the first 6 weeks. We would add more of it and see how that makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
But let's stay with this consistently for 6 weeks. And then we can go back into it. And it's saying avoid porks and hams and bacon, catfish, caviar, lox. Okay, so you want to avoid those.
I'll tell you, I love bacon, and I can't eat it because I immediately swell up. I feel terrible when I eat bacon.
See, so now your body is telling you
It
you're allergic
told
to
me.
it.
I stopped it.
Yeah.
I stopped it probably 6 months ago.
And the same thing, I made you those green drinks that are absolutely to die for on most people's scale. And what did you say?
I couldn't stand them.
Because it's not good for you. The cruciferous leaf vegetables raw does not go with somebody who has had their thyroid removed.
Who knew? You did.
I put it together after you said you didn't, like when you said you could not stand them, I looked into it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, whoa. Like most people would be like, I managed to get it down. Like Nancy's like, I can't stand this.
And I thought I'm being difficult and I have to change.
No, I like, you have to be completely truthful with this whole process because this is a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Now to get into oils, a lot of people when they're going on diets and trying to lose weight, they think they have to cut down their fats, they have to cut down their carbohydrates, they have to, It's not necessarily the case. We actually are going to rev up our fats, we're going to rev up our calories, we're going to freak out our body, and you're going to see how it starts to say, oh, I'm not in hibernation, I'm not just having a cup of coffee today, I'm going to get more than that, and I'm not going to be jonesing, and my sugar levels aren't going to be toppled over, so that by the end of the day, you're eating your ice cream and you're having all these cravings to fulfill because your body needs calories. It needs you're a high thinker. You know, you do a lot of stuff. You have to feed and nourish your body. So it's telling us here that flaxseed and olive are really good. And I've actually come to disseminate flaxseed oil for women is really not that good because it rises up our hormone levels. And with everything that's been gone through, especially women who are in their 40s and 50s, I'm lessening the amount of flaxseed oil, which was something that I absolutely loved and I liked the taste of. I like coconut oil, unrefined coconut oil. You'll find that unrefined coconut oil actually gives that coconutty taste. If you buy a refined one, you won't have the flavor. So I like to use coconut butters. I like to use coconut oils. Here it says sesame oil is really good, and that's going to be really great for stir frying. And the kale and things that we want to use, we'll add coconut or we'll add some sesame oil to them, and we'll just saute them gently so they're not raw. Your body will absorb the nutrients from them, and you'll appreciate them a whole lot more.
Okay, great. Now I saw, what about eggs?
No eggs.
For 6 weeks.
No eggs for 6 weeks. No dairy for 6 weeks. Okay, and what's really great here is walnuts and pumpkin seeds are excellent. And you want to always get raw, unsalted. You don't want to get them roasted. And we're going to soak them, and I'm going to give you specific instructions for the pumpkins and the walnuts. You can have occasionally almonds, chestnuts, pecans, and sunflower. So why don't you go ahead and add almonds and or sunflower or pecans if you like any of those. And on the legumes, it has aduki, azuki, pinto, and black-eyed peas.
So I don't know what aduki or azuki are.
We'll find those at Whole Foods, and they're white, and they're like a lima bean that you love so much.
No, thank you. I like pinto beans.
Okay, so pinto.
Pintos are chickpeas, right?
No.
I don't know what pintos are. Then.
Pinto is, it's a white bean. It kind of looks like a black-eyed pea, but it's white. You can make a mash with it. It would taste more of a consistency like a refried bean, but it's not the brown bean.
Okay.
Okay. In moderation, it's telling you to have black, cannelli, fava, garbanzo. Garbanzo is your chickpea. Yakima, lima. So you really want to know about what to avoid.
Yeah.
The other one's moderation. And what it's like telling a kid not to run around a pool, right? You yell, don't run, and all they hear is run. So what I'd like to do is share with you what you want to avoid, and then look at all the things that you really can have, and then just concentrate on the list of things that you can have. And
Yay, Ezekiel bread!
I knew it doesn't say you can have bread, Nancy. It says no bread. It says Nancy Matthews, no bread.
I thought you were gonna let me have a piece of bread.
We are in the first 6 weeks we're gonna do a mini process. We're gonna start from scratch, and there's actually live sprouted flatbreads that we can buy as well as the bread, so you can toast it and have that. Okay, so we're not gonna completely take that out from you. As well, buckwheat and quinoa. Quinoa is on the moderate list, so we'll look at that as well. Not to have gluten, pumpernickel, oat, no spinach, no sprouts. And this doesn't surprise me because of all the other things that we've discovered as well with thyroid. Okay, so here's the vegetables that you can have, and look at all those vegetables that you can have.
Love
Artichoke, beets. Have you ever made beets?
Trish makes them all the time.
They're so easy to make.
And she cooks for me now.
She does? Oh, we like Trish. I love Trish. You don't want broccoli. You don't want the colors.
I thought I could have
you
it
can
cooked.
have it if you you can have it if you have it cooked. You just
Okay.
don't want it raw. Thank you. Same with the dandelion. There was dandelion in your drink. There was everything that I made for you. You had dandelion, broccoli, kale, you had spinach, you had everything that doesn't work with your blood type and with your symptoms.
I like turnip.
Leeks are great. Lettuce, it says romaine. Bib is really great as well, and you can use that as wraps. So we're gonna go and get some fresh live lettuces that when you're making your tunas or you're making some of your other things, you just wrap them inside of that and
Yeah.
make like 8 of those.
Yeah.
You'll be it's better than eating a salad because you're not using a fork and you're using your hands. Sometimes we want to eat a sandwich. You know, it's that whole mouth to hand thing that we get with other things that we do. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh-huh. So you want to kind of replace that.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes are great. Pumpkins again. Seaweed. That's another great product to use and stuff your products inside of there. Your vegetables or your dips of like your tabbouleh or your hummus. You can just make wraps with that.
And so I love seaweed salad when I go to.
Oh, awesome. The other one. Oh, reduce. Okay. Kelp, seafood, salt, liver, red meat, kale, spinach, and broccoli. Just cook them. I love coconut oil, and for B blood type, we're not supposed to have coconut oil either. I actually took it out. I take coconut oil and I use it as a moisturizer on my hair, my skin. I use it for everything. When I was told to take it out, I was like, whoa. I mean, they had me take out like almost my entire diet. And so I slowly added certain things back in until I felt like, oh my gosh, this does hurt my stomach, or this does make me feel tired. So coconut oil does not impede me. It makes me feel good. I love the smell. I feel happy about it. We'll take it out for now. We'll go through your 6 weeks. We'll replace it with the simple oils, and then we'll add some back in and see how you feel about it. All right. And what's really great about these are also fat burning. These will rev up your metabolism. So carob is like a chocolate replacement. Cayenne pepper, curry,
I have that.
kelp, which you love, parsley,
I love kelp.
turmeric.
I don't have carob.
Kelp and apple cider vinegar are a really great natural water. Vigorous and then it says about vigorous intense workouts. Lay off of jellies, mayonnaise. We can use Vegenaise. Do not have cinnamon, nutmeg, pepper, vanilla, vinegar, ketchup.
Wow.
Coffee. Oh no!
I don't want to give up my coffee.
Can we do it for 6 weeks if
No.
I give you a good
I don't want to
alternative?
give up my coffee.
Oh, you've got that special coffee too that you absolutely
I
love.
love my coffee, and I'm willing to change certain things. But if the only way this is going to work is if I give up coffee, I'm not a happy girl.
Oh gosh.
Why does it have to be? I don't understand. I don't
Well-
know if you want this on tape or not, but
No, this is good.
It's how I feel.
Well, you know, there's a place that you have to say all or not. And if coffee is something that you have to have,
It's not that I have to have it, but I want to have it. And here's something that I know about me is I want to make these changes, but I also don't want to feel deprived.
absolutely.
And if I feel deprived, then it's not going to work.
I agree. I totally agree with that. And you know what? I was a coffee addict myself, and I'll admit it. And it was hard. And I sometimes drink coffee, even though it's on my no list as well. I sometimes have coffee. It's not my go-to. I make my maca and my cacao in the morning with an almond milk.
And I drink plain black coffee with nothing in it.
Right.
That's how I like it. So here's my question. If I drink coffee, is it going to blow the whole plan?
Oh, no. It's not
So
going to
let
blow
me
the
have my
whole plan.
coffee.
But what it does is, because of your body's chemistry, the coffee is very acidic. So what we have to do is figure out how to combat the acidity. So we need to do something for you with fresh lemons and waters and actually doing some type of the probiotic to take out the acidity from you and make sure that your other fruits and vegetables and meats and things are ingested properly. You cannot just have, then let's say this, if you have your coffee, you're not going to have it on an empty stomach. Before you have your coffee, you'll have the water with lemon in the morning. How about that?
I'll try.
Let's do
Well,
that.
what would you replace my coffee with?
What I've replaced everybody's with is a maca drink. and it's one of those high antioxidant superfoods.
Is it hot or cold?
I serve it hot, so it's still that warmth going through you in the morning.
What kind of flavor does it have?
I use cacao with it, so it tastes like hot cocoa. Do you like hot cocoa? Do you like chocolate?
I like chocolate.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we purchase it? We'll try it. If you like it and you can bear with it, it gives you energy. You get that buzz because of the cacao. You get that buzz because of the superfood from the maca. You have the warmth and it's soothing. If you like black coffee, it's creamier. So it's a little bit sweeter than that black coffee, than that bitter taste. But if you like bitter, then maybe we use a little bit less cacao. You might like the bitterness of the maca, which most people have a hard time palating, and I have to sweeten it with stevia or a little extra cacao. So let's try it and see if it's something that works.
And is maca on my list of okay?
It's not here. It's
probably 'cause
none of the superfoods. I think the superfoods are just perfect.
Right.
I haven't seen superfoods go on people's not to do
Okay.
lists at all. So, and this list is a little bit antiquated. I think that, like I said, I've never seen any superfoods, it's pure antioxidant. It's what the Indians ate.
All right, I'm gonna try the maca, but I like my coffee.
I know you like your coffee, and I know you have that special coffee too.
Well, I got yes.
That's in your brain. But you know what I think?
It's not even about the special coffee.
Okay.
It's
Just coffee.
It's like, you know what I guess it is? I can't believe that coffee's bad for you. I know.
You know what? I've got somebody who works out with me, and she showed me an article from Running World that said coffee's good to have instead of water while you're working out. Nancy, I can tell you that there's a debate on either side for almost every food.
Right. So that's what I know. So there's like, why do I have to give up my coffee?
Because I wonder if as great as you're feeling, if we don't replace some of these things, and you have it sometimes, if you're not going to feel even better. Like, isn't that a chance that your body will release some of its residual weight because it's not holding on to the toxins? It's not fighting to cleanse out the acids because it's so supercharged. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
So I'd like to see if that is a reality for you, and if it feels good, and you want to have it every now and then you add it back in, and you say, oh, you know what? This isn't working for me.
Or it is.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you'll know, because you won't know until you know.
Willing to try. I told you I was committed.
I love it. All right, we're ready.
I know it's pouring.
I know.